Yo, yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm RJ. I wanted to give you a special Thanksgiving Day episode. I am driving the jet as Bigfoot. I am hearing that there might be another undiscovered trigger when it comes to the UFO above Mount Chiliad. So we're going to take Bigfoot to this spot. Of course, put in the cheat code so that way the UFO shows up as it is raining. And maybe the undiscovered trigger dealing with this UFO does have something to do with Bigfoot. We'll try that in this episode. I also wanted to talk about the inevitable sequel to Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA 6, of course. There are some rumors that are very interesting in regards to that game, and maybe there is another Rockstar game on the horizon as well. But like I said in this episode, I did want to break down some really interesting information when it comes to the Chiliad mystery. It does have to do with Michael, so we'll have to transform into Michael at some point. He has nothing to really do with Bigfoot. That seems to be something that Franklin is involved with. He has the mission where you do hunt down the, I guess, the perpetrator when it comes to the Bigfoot mystery. And of course, he can also transform into Bigfoot using the golden peyote plant. Now, as I said at the beginning of the episode, someone had told me that there is an undiscovered trigger when it comes to this UFO, possibly something else that makes it come up. It does have to be raining here for the holographic UFO to appear. It was really a huge Easter egg when discovered. I remember so many people, because you have the sign behind this platform over here telling you to come back when your story is complete. So you had many people who went ahead and came back after the story was complete only to find nothing. Well, it turns out it is the UFO that is the big Easter egg. Now you can see underneath the platform. Fortunately, I don't have, well, I guess I have a shotgun I can maybe use here to get a little bit better of a view. But under there you have what looks to be a UFO symbol, maybe an eye symbol. Let's head down to the mural to check this out. And that was the big Easter egg that you unlocked by coming back here. Now, it does have to be raining, but the UFO does appear. You can see there is the symbol right there. That's another very mysterious symbol in the game. I mean, it seems to directly correlate to the UFOs, but it also looks like an eye, and there's some other symbols that look just like it that seem to link up with Michael. We'll check that out later on in the episode. So we have to check out this UFO for the first time as Bigfoot. If you scramble the letters of Bigfoot, it will make up the message, go to FIB. So is that just a coincidence? Of course, these UFOs do have FIB clearly written on top. It's pretty cool how you can scramble Bigfoot to get that message. We've certainly tried to scramble some other words in the past to get messages and really didn't give us any definitive answers. So maybe we can get abducted here on top of Mount Chiliad. I've already tried to do a few things. It doesn't seem like there's any way to interact with this one. And considering this is one of the biggest Easter eggs in the game, you know, it's crazy how it's really just meant to be seen. Just like the Easter egg in Grand Theft Auto 4, that's just a heart located in the Statue of Happiness. I remember when I discovered that for the first time, I was trying to do something. I was like, man, we have this heart here. Is there anything we can do with it? The answer turned out to be no. And it looks like that might be the answer to this UFO. Once again, I heard that there might be another trigger here with it, thinking that it might have something to do with Bigfoot. I definitely had to return here, but it doesn't appear as if it is doing anything. I am returning with my story complete. Is that all that happens here between the mural, between the UFO? I mean, it looks crazy. You'd think that this would be a crazy place to just press the Y button and bam, you're driving the thing and you can fly around as you wish. Maybe you do still have to do something with Michael to interact with this UFO. Let's go ahead and transform back to him, and I'll show you a possible link between Michael and not only the aliens, but the eye symbol that is on top of Mount Chiliad and on top of the Mount Chiliad mystery mural. I'll catch you guys at the Casa de Michael. Here we are. You can see it's still snowing from when I turned into Bigfoot. Don't forget, with the holiday season right around the corner, at some point Rockstar is going to start dumping snow onto GTA Online. That's always crazy. I'll make sure to plan an online takeover while that's going on. So if you guys do have an Xbox One and you want to take out maybe the military base, perhaps the Humane Labs or the prison, definitely let me know. It is not going to be easy. It was hard enough on the Xbox 360 trying to take out Fort Zancudo, and things have gotten a lot more hectic here on Xbox One, so that should be an epic video. Here we are inside Michael's house. The first thing that really stands out are the paintings, and you can see there are paintings of the Mount Chiliad area. So it's almost like they're pointing us towards Chiliad with Michael. And if you head into Jimmy's room, one of the posters that's all over the place is this poster of a rocket. That rocket looks just like the eye symbol or that UFO symbol on top of Mount Chiliad. So the fact that that's in Michael's house, I really feel like this is symbolizing Michael on top of Mount Chiliad. Keep in mind, the UFO that's on top of the mountain is the same UFO that does abduct Michael. And with Franklin being able to turn into Bigfoot, you know, he kind of has an end game to his Easter egg. Michael still needs an end game. He's involved with so much. You know, he can join the Epsilon cult, and he's so dense. He's the one character that it seems like everything revolves around. You think he's going to have another Easter egg that is still unlocked, possibly the ability to maybe turn into an alien or maybe even fly the jetpack. I'm going to be looking into the origins of Michael and just really getting more in depth with this character in an upcoming episode of the Chiliad Mystery and Jetpack Hunter, so definitely stay tuned here to Trippy Commentaries. I wanted to talk about a couple more things to end out the Thanksgiving episode. First of all, GTA 6 has a big rumor right now. I think it's going to be a while before that game is released, and I'll let you know in a second why. But what I'm hearing is GTA 6 is going to have multiple states. That's awesome. To be able to go between different states would really be a huge jump for the series. I know San Andreas, you can kind of go between Nevada and California, but it's nothing official as it would be in what they say the GTA 6's multiple states. I don't know how they would pull that off. It would have to be an absolutely massive game with so many landmarks, you know. I think it would be a lot like San Andreas. The thing is, they can't do it here. They just had GTA 5. GTA 4 was in Liberty City, so that's another location you might think it might take place at, with having Boston and New York City in close proximity, but Liberty City has been done to death. I don't think you'll see that. I've already speculated that GTA 6 might take place in Florida, or at least the southeast, because you can have Florida and Georgia, as well as possibly some other southern states. I think that might be the case. There was a game called Scarface, of course based off of the movie, that took place in Miami, and you can also go to some of the other islands. You can go to Cuba as well as the Bahamas, and that would be a perfect setting for GTA 6. Trippy Commentaries is based out of Tampa Bay, Florida, so it'd be pretty cool to come through Tampa Bay. You'd have Miami, possibly Atlanta and Georgia, and then you could go down to maybe Key West or Cuba down there. I think that would be the most likely setting for GTA 6. But knowing Rockstar, you know, they're probably going to want to get some mountains in somehow, some different changes of terrain. So I'm really not sure where they're going to go with it. A lot of people are speculating Seattle, maybe the Northwest. That's a pretty popular area nowadays, certainly very trippy. So I would totally be on board having Seattle as well as maybe places in Oregon, something like that. Now, I did say that GTA 6 is inevitable, but as far as when that game comes out, it's going to be a very long time. In fact, I think it might not be until after 2020. GTA 5 is rocking right now. They still have yet to release any definitive DLC packages that are worth money. So, you know, I'm sure that's coming up. They're probably going to have some single-player extensions. But the one game that will come out that will be a lot like Grand Theft Auto, also made by Rockstar and Take-Two, is Red Dead Redemption, or at least the sequel to Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Revolver was the original, and that was way back on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. Red Dead Redemption was just a huge expansion to that game. In fact, it was a lot different in a lot of ways. When they evolve it to what I think might be Red Dead Revenge, something like that, I think that's going to be possibly the best game of all time, taking over the current Fallout 4. They have a lot of time to work on that, and I think that will come out in the holiday 2016 season. So watch out for that. That's my prediction. Rockstar is currently doing a lot of things with Red Dead Redemption, so they're really not going to be able to focus all of their effort on another Grand Theft Auto game. They're still doing a lot for GTA 5, so between that and the next Red Dead game, I'm sure that will be taking up a lot of their time. So for those of you who are maybe looking forward to a new LA Noire, another Max Payne, maybe another Bully, I don't really think that's going to happen. I don't feel like they have enough resources to put into those open world games. There is rumors that they are working on a new IP. I know there was a game called Agent that Rockstar was working on. But once again, I think they got to focus all of their concentration on another Grand Theft Auto game as well as another Red Dead game. I think that is really the way to go for them. Thanks again for joining up for the episode, guys. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Make sure to stay tuned. I'll have a new episode for you very soon. Until then, as always, stay trippy, my friends.